chat,
Put my name in there.
the chat, please. Full name. I've just messaged you. I don't know if you've seen it in the chat, please. Oh, you've done it already. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then just turn your video on, and then you can turn it off just for a minute, and then you can turn it off. I just want to see your face. That's all.
I can't. I just woke up.
You can't, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. You can turn it off then. Turn it off. So, Manette, whilst you were away, we had our first session and second session and test sessions. The
First
first,
session I was here.
yeah, but I think you were not in fully, if you remember.
Yeah.
So, what do you remember on the first session then?
I don't remember, but I've actually started it. Hello.
Say it again.
I've started it.
The assignment, right?
Yeah, that I started the assignment. I think I've done all of LO1
Amazing,
and I've
amazing,
done 2 questions on LO2.
amazing, amazing. If you need any help, you can message me, okay?
But from what I asked you, you were just like, I just need to find out. I need to like um search the questions and stuff, find out some information, answer the questions in separate Word documents.
Yes, yes, it must be in
Yeah,
a
and
Word
that's what I've
document.
been doing, to be honest.
Yes, it must be in a Word document, okay? It's more easier. If you do a PDF, it becomes difficult in, but Word is okay, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, and make sure for every question you have stated a question, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And the answer of it, yeah. So we remember our first day, we looked into the various core functions, if you remember,
Yeah.
the functions and support groups within organization. Do you remember? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Good, good. So if you remember, we spoke about some of the main core groups or core functions within an organization or a company. One of which we spoke about the support teams like the operations department. Okay. We
Yeah.
spoke about the HR department. We spoke about the IT department, information technology department, and various department, finance department, accounting department, and various department within the organization. And we said that every department is very important,
Yeah.
isn't it? They
Yeah.
play a major role. But what is most important is that they need to share information, right? They need
Mm-hmm.
to collaborate together so they can have a common goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So that was in the session 2, where we spoke about collaborations. You see, having identified the various groups and functions within a company, we then have to look into the collaborations. The IT department or the finance department should have a budget, but how could they know the budget when they don't know how many raw materials they have to get from the operation department? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So there should be information sharing, and there should be allocation. So if the operation department, for instance, if you are supposed to produce a bread or a biscuit, it is only the operations department or the court that will know how much bag of sugar they will need, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
How
true.
much flour they will need. The finance department would not know, would they? They wouldn't know because they don't work in that department. But if the operations department or the packaging department or whatever, they know how many boxes of containers they will need to package a biscuit or a flour or a bread, isn't it?
Yep, that's true.
Exactly. So if they can pass on that information to the finance department and the marketing department, that okay, if a customer has demanded for, let's say, 50,000 box of biscuits, McVitie's biscuits. In this 50,000 cups of biscuits, we will need 1,000 sugar, we will need 1,000 flour, isn't it?
Yeah.
We will need granules, we will need cakes and all that. So if they can pass that information to the finance department, then the finance department can factor in their budgeting, isn't it?
Yep.
Exactly, to make monies available in that. And also then the marketing department could also have those information so that when you are doing their market, when the product is ready, the finished product is ready, and they are marketing it, they need to know what contains in the biscuit, isn't it? It
Mm-hmm.
needs to be stated on the cover of the biscuit, normally every biscuit if you buy or anything you buy, it tells you how much sugar, isn't it?
Yeah, it
How much
does.
sugar, how much carbohydrate, all those things need to be properly packaged so the marketing department can pass on. We also spoke about customer demands. Very important that we spoke about loyalty, how customers decide to remain within the company and not go somewhere else. And that is called customer satisfaction and then customer loyalty. But how then do you end up um keeping the customer or making the customer loyal? One of it, we spoke about just in time. We spoke about delivery time. That if the customer comes to you and he said, I want this product delivered in the next 2 weeks, you make sure you remain within that time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. You remain. If you don't remain and you are always delaying, then it becomes a problem. And because of competition, we spoke about competitive advantage. What is competitive advantage? Knowing very well that where you operate, the area that you operate in, you have similar companies that are doing the same thing or the same products in the area, and you want to have an advantage over them. So what do? You check how much it could be pricing. Maybe you're doing the same thing, and then their price of their biscuit maybe is £10, and then you are also doing £10. But after checking, you realize, okay, if I reduce my price to £9, and also make sure that if they are delivering it every 2 weeks, I'm going to do it 1 week, isn't it?
Yeah,
Then
it
you
gives
can
you a
beat them in
competitive
the business.
advantage.
Then you can have what we call competitive advantage. All right?
Yep.
Any questions?
Nope.
Good. Now we proceed. And then the last bit was yesterday. Now we identify the various matrices or tools that we can use to detect errors and defects. Now it is very important because once you are doing operations management and you are managing the entire supply chain, and when I say supply chain, we are looking at from the point of raw materials production to the point of consumption to the customer. We are looking at from that place, production and the final delivery to the customer. So we looked into various tools or strategies that you can use to do what we call continuous improvement for your organization. Then you can reduce quality, you can increase quality and reduce waste. One of the tools we mentioned was Six Sigma. Have you heard it before?
No, I haven't.
Have you read them?
Right on.
Have you read the slides?
Oh no, I wasn't. I was listening to you.
You need to read the slides then. So Six Sigma. Six Sigma is one of the tools that we need. And what does Six Sigma do? Six Sigma seeks to correct errors, okay? It eliminates errors and defects, thereby increasing continuous improvement for production. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Exactly. That's what it does. And then we also spoke about lean operations. What is lean operations? Lean operation is trying to eliminate waste, okay? Or reduce waste, all right? You want to reduce waste. You don't want to have a lot of wastage materials. You want to reduce waste. We spoke about the Ishikawa fishbone that looks into various raw materials, measurements, and all that. Ishikawa fishbone. It also helps in continuous. We spoke about plan to do check, you know, plan to do check where you check everything that you produce, you check and make sure that things are done. So there are different tools, and yesterday that's what we spoke about. There are different strategies and different tools that you can use to check. We also what we call the SWOT analysis. Have you heard it before?
A SWOT analysis:
Yes.
strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Amazing, perfect. So you can also use the SWOT analysis to check your strength and weaknesses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So lean operations, you need to take record of. Six Sigma, you need to take record of. Ishikawa fishbone. Okay. We spoke about the carbon technology. The carbon technology. Those are all things that you need to take note. So let's proceed. Let's see the scope of supply chain management. The difference between supply chain and supply chain networks, internal and external supply chains, tangible and intangible supply chains. When something is tangible, what do you understand?
I'm actually not sure what that means, to be honest.
Come again.
I'm actually not sure what tangible means.
So anytime they say something is tangible, something that you can touch, okay? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Something that you
listening.
can quantify, you understand? It's
Yeah.
tangible, something that you can quantify, and the intangible ones are things that you cannot quantify. You understand me? Okay?
Can I just ask something?
Okay.
So, I just want to know, there's not no scenario that I need to put these in. Like, it's just questions, isn't it? Because for the other assignments, I had a submission format, and then they told me like, oh, you have to do it in like in regards to a certain scenario. Is this just me answering the questions?
Yes, just you second. We're going to have, I think, a summer discussion tomorrow. Yeah, it's just you answering the questions. And but then it is I did explain to you. You let me finish this and then we can have that discussion, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because yes, I depend on the how the question is being framed. Okay. It depends on the question is being framed. Is you are being asked to explain.
Yeah, I know that. But I just wanted to know, is it just me answering the questions? Because that it's not really hard to me then, because I just do my research, write all my research down, and then I answer the questions.
Yes, yes. And then make sure you have your references.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Exactly. Once you're on that day, you're on track.
So I don't.
But it
That's why.
depends.
That's
Go
why
ahead.
I haven't attended the Zoom meetings because I feel like I don't really need help with it. It's like I research, I write it down, and then I collect all my
But yeah,
information.
but come for lectures also, you get to learn some new things as well. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
All right. So there are times you need to have some scenarios and some drawings. For instance, if the question borders around some of the strategies with Six Sigma and Fishbone, you need to have scenarios. Yesterday we spoke about certain scenarios where you have to identify a problem and then find a resolution to the problem. You understand?
yeah,
Yeah. So scenarios should be given when you need to give them. What were you doing in the previous assignments?
me.
Yes.
What do you mean? The bit in the
Yes, what
previous
you've done
one?
so far. Yes,
Oh,
before this. Yeah.
um, Unit 7. No, there was one assignment that they gave me a submission for. Like every assignment, they've given me a submission format. So I
Yes.
had one that was like managing a project, and then
Managing a project. Okay.
it's like you have to do this for LL1. You have to create a chart, do this, do that. But if I haven't had one, that's just questions. That's why I'm just
Yes,
making sure
yes, yeah,
because
because
then.
project work or whatever, managing a project is quite different, and you know what I mean? From
And then there was one recently where I had to like create like a logbook.
uh-huh.
So I'm just making sure because I don't want them to send it back to me and say, "Oh,
No, 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 no. If the question doesn't demand for that, you don't need to do that. Okay?
that's fine."
It's all about the questions. It's straightforward. If the question doesn't demand to create something or create a scenario, you don't need to do that. Okay. If the questions are questions, you comply with that. If the question says create some scenario, create a logbook, create something, then you do them. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's proceed on. So supply chain performances objectives. And coming 1 minute. Then we are going to look into lane. We spoke about lane and agile supply networks. When I said lane, I explained to you that a lane supply networks, efficiency and the functional product. Agile supply networks, how they respond and how innovative products are. Now, when we say innovative, what do you understand?
Like creative.
Amazing. Yeah, so organizations should be very innovative, very, very important. There should be innovative ideas and all that. In fact, innovation drives customer loyalty and also helps the internal staffs to be happy that gives job satisfaction to them, because once you bring a lot more innovations, a lot of creative, what do you call it, creative initiatives, it builds the company, enhances productivity, enhances profitability as well. So managing supply chain relationships, we have in-house and outsourcing of activity. What do you understand by outsource?
Um, relationships outside the business.
Yes, relationship outside, but if you can explain more, that'll be good. Not just the relationship. Not just a relationship. So out should I explain?
Yeah,
So outsourcing is when a company feels that um we in-house. So you saw in-house, isn't it?
yeah.
Now, so in-house probably they produce their own packaging, okay?
Mm,
They produce a biscuit and then they produce their own packaging, their own boxes and everything. But they realize that and they are spending more money in producing their own packages. You understand?
yeah.
Now, but they saw a company outside, and if they look at the cost of producing packages, probably they are spending £5,000 per each production. But they found another company outside, and they checked and they realized that they will spend only 3,000 with the company, the supplier outside. Okay, and so you do what we call outsource. They outsource. They give that aspect of their business to the external company, the outside company, like you have said. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the meaning of outsource. Do you understand now?
yeah.
Yeah. So you outsource, you give that part of your business to an external company outside to handle those parts of it. Thereby, you are saving cost. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in managing supply chains, you have in-house and outsource. There are stuff that you do in-house, there are stuff that you do outside. For instance, branding. People, organizations may pay people, companies to do advert for them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So they are not managing that aspect. They are paying another company to do advert. It could be Barclays, don't they?
Yeah,
Barclays Bank, Lloyds Bank. They are companies that do advert for them. They pay them the money. You understand me?
yeah.
It is not Barclays itself that does the adverts internally, not their internal staff, but it's an outside. Then we are contract-based or transactional relationships. Contract-based is something long-term. Transactional is something transactional. It means that it's temporal. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And it could be long-term or partnership relationship. When you say partner relationship, then you are building some kind of alliance, okay? Alliance with your organization. Then characteristics, advantage, disadvantage of this relationship, supply side management, and so on and so forth. Now, we quickly have to proceed on to so supply chain then is a multi-faceted discipline. Again, increasing. Manek, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Supply chain management is a multifaceted discipline that has gained increasing significance in the contemporary business landscape. It involves the strategic coordination of various activities to optimize the flow of products and services from suppliers to end customers. I explained that earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said that from suppliers. So from those who are supplying raw materials to the organization, you are the supply chain department, they control all those ones to the final delivering point. Okay. The success of SM significantly influences organizations' abilities to meet their customer needs effectively. Okay, effectively. Efficient resource allocation. One of the fundamental rules of SAM is the efficient allocation of resources by optimizing processes and minimizing waste. You spoke about waste. Organizations can ensure that resources are allocated where they are most needed, reducing costs and enhancing customers' value. Christopher 2016. So we spoke about lean operation, didn't we?
Yeah.
And what did I say lean operation is, please?
I don't remember. Actually, got bad memory.
You've forgotten.
Yeah.
I hope you are not busy.
I'm not.
So lean operation, I mentioned that Lean operation is reducing waste, okay?
Yeah.
Eliminating waste or reducing waste so that you can increase your continuous production, okay? So when we mention minimizing waste, organizations can ensure that resources are located where they are most needed. Now, what strategy do we use to make sure that products are needed when are located when they are needed? Do you know the name of yeah?
Pardon?
What name? What's one name that we use to or strategy or metrics do we use to make sure that resources are located only when they are needed?
What's the word?
Yeah, there's a word for that.
I don't know.
Have you had time to read at all?
Read what? I'm not
The
on LO4.
slides. Say again.
I'm not on LO4.
You are not what, please?
I'm not on LO4.
Why are you not on LO4?
I'm not on LO4, so why would I be reading that? I've only finished LO1 yet.
But why were you not coming for lectures then?
Because I've been doing my work all day.
But you need to be reading.
And I read before I start the assignment. And I've only done LO1 yet, so I've been reading LO1.
Have you been watching the recordings?
I've I've only done LO1 and I was there for LO1.
No, have you been listening to our lectures recording? Have you been doing that?
No, because I haven't started LO2, haven't started LO3. When I start them, then I'll listen to it.
Okay. So it's the tool that you use for that is called just in time. Just in time delivery. Just in time ensures that you only provide what is needed, allocate only when
Hello?
it is needed. I can hear.
Okay.
I can hear you. You want to ask a question?
One.
Keith,
Yes, yes.
Keith, have you just joined us?
I joined 15 minutes ago.
That's fine. Keith, do you remember yesterday when we said that there's a particular name used when you could allocate staffs when only when they are needed? Do you remember the name given to it?
Sorry?
Do you remember the name given to allocation of I raw materials only when it is needed? Do you remember? I've highlighted the place. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Do you remember the name? It's called just in time delivery.
Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
let me write it down.
Mm.
And make sure you put your name there, please, or your full name there, right? So let's crack on. So demand forecasting and planning. Demand forecasting and planning. SAM assists organizations in accurately forecasting demand and planning production and distribution accordingly. Now, this is crucial for ensuring that products and services are readily available to meet customer demands. Advanced forecasting models and technology enables organizations to adapt to changing customer preferences and market dynamics. Okay, Chopra and Mel 2015. Kate, are you there?
Yes, I'm
So
here.
today we're talking about supply chain itself, SAM. Okay, supply chain. And we say the supply chain deals with the entire from supplying of products to the final consumption to the customer. So we are looking at the entire supply chain from inventory and everything. Okay, so let's look at inventory management. Effective inventory management is another pivotal role of SM. It involves balancing the need to meet customer demands promptly while minimizing excess inventory costs. This balance ensures that products are available when customers require them without overstocking or shortages. Okay. You know about inventory, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so there must be a stock available. You don't want to wait till the product. It helps in budgeting. You don't want to, you buy the product in excess every time. So you have to have regular inventory of the stock. And it's very important because you have those products. Anytime the customer needs them, you have to, but you have to make sure that you don't overstock the products. There must be balance that ensure products are available when customers require them without overstocking them or shortages. Okay. The quality assurance. Supply chain management also plays a critical role in maintaining product and service quality. It involves the establishment of quality control mechanisms at various stages of the supply chain, ensuring that customers receive products and services that meet or exceed the expectation, lay and out. Okay. So supply chain management also plays in maintaining product and service quality. It involves the establishment of quality control mechanisms at various stages of the supply chain, of course. So quality assurance play a major role in the entire supply chain of organization of a product. Then you have quality monitoring and quality evaluations as well. So you have to make sure that there's a mechanism in place that checks the entire quality control mechanism from the point that the product is being supplied, raw materials are being supplied, and is being produced to the final state of consumption. Okay. Customer satisfaction and responsiveness. When the products are being produced and given out, the responsive feedbacks given by customers is very, very important. Okay. Though efficient logistics and responsiveness to customer demands, organizations can enhance their reputation and build strong customer relationship. Okay. Build stronger customer relationship means that you give the customer the ability to flow and give you feedbacks. Okay. Thereby you can quickly, when need be, you can quickly replace any defect as soon as possible the customer draws your attention. Okay. The Council of Supply Chain Management Professional 2019. Okay. Global supply chain integration. In today's globalized world, many organizations operate across borders. SCM facilitates the integration of global supply chain logistics, allowing organizations to source, produce, and deliver products and services from various. This globalization increases the diversity of offerings to meet the different customer needs, while leveraging cost efficiencies from different regions. Okay, so due to global trends or globalization, or we live in a small village, one needs to be competing with the world. So you need to look into diversity of customer needs. Okay, very important. And even the product itself, and even pricing. Okay, because globalization increases the diversity of offerings to meet different customer needs while leveraging cost efficiency. So because you are dealing with the world and global, you need to look into one, the differences of customer needs, and even cultural. You will have a particular product purposely produced for a particular region because they may need per that research. You have to also look into the costs. The cost if you live in a war zone area or an area where there's not much economic stability, then you need to have a product which is quite cheaper, okay, compared to other regions, okay? So these are things that you need to look into. And then sustainability and ethical considerations. And this is one of the ISO standardization, okay? Supply chain management also addresses sustainability and ethical concerns. It enables organizations to implement sustainable practices, reduce their carbon footprint, and adhere to ethical guidelines in sourcing and production, which increasingly align with customer values. Christopher M. Peck, 2004. Okay. In conclusion, supply chain management is pivotal to function in diverse industries. Its role efficiently managing resources, forecasting demand, maintaining quality, and enhancing customer satisfaction is instrumental in meeting the ever-flowing needs of customers. SMC's ability to integrate global operations and address sustainability and ethical consideration position is a cornerstone for organizations striving to meet their customers' requirements. Okay, so let's look at the evaluation of how different manage. Supply chain relationships play a pivotal role in an organization. The strategies employed by different organizations in managing this relationship reflect their commitment to delivery value to their customers. Okay, so when we say supply chain relationship, and I mentioned the other time, you have internal relationships where employee would have relationship with their managers and directors and even their co-workers. But you'd also have external relationship with your suppliers and all that. Okay. Now, we have in-house and outsourcing activities. So when we say in-house, the things that you do internally, those are in-house. Okay, the things that you do, the activities that occur internally, those are in-house. And but when you say outsourcing are the activities that you give out. Are we together, Keith? The activities that we do out. So subcontracting some of your part of your activities to an external organization to deal with. That's what we call outsourcing. Okay. And you do that because you have done a research and you realize that you will save a bit more money if you give it out rather than you doing it internally. All right. Okay. Then we have contract-based or transactional long-term. Supply chain relationship can also be categorized into contract-based or transactional and long-term. Contract-based relationship offer flexibility and clear agreement, but may lack a focus on long-term optimization to optimize. In contrast, long-term partnership foster trust, collaboration, and joint problem solving, resulting in long-term savings through processes and improvement. However, they carry the risk of complacency and dependence on a single partner. Okay. Whilst long-term partnership foster trust, collaboration, joint problem solving. However, they carry the risk. So, long partnership is key, but there's a risk involved that may have dependence on a single partner, which is not the best. You don't have the diversity to deal with other partners as well. And Mozanka L 2015 is that characteristics and strategies. Successful supply chain relationship management is characterized by the following strategies and continue. Communication and transparency. Very, very important. From the supply part to your organization, there should be effective communication and transparency. Information sent must be received and it should be cordial. Effective communication and transparency is essential. Organizations that maintain open channels of communication, share information, tend to resolve challenges more effectively. Of course, once you open up for feedbacks and communications, it helps you to quickly solve any challenges, defects, problems firsthand without no delay. Okay, because you open the channels, you allow your customer to send emails, complaint emails, or a line to call. So these channels help to get things done quickly. Collaboration and information sharing. Collaborative supply chain relationship involve sharing information, risk, and rewards among partners, contributing to agility and efficiency. This collaborative approach helps in aligning supply chain partners towards common goals. Priority Chain and Plum 2017. You know what I'm saying? So collaboration plays a major role as a company enhances their profitability and continuous. It is important that the companies build collaboration, okay, with external organizations, okay, so that they can equally mitigate any risk that comes in their line of business, okay, and also reward their partners so that you can build more trust in that regard, okay. Employee Chain and Plum 2017. You can look into it. Conflict resolution. Proactive conflict resolution mechanisms such as mediation or arbitration, ADRs, are critical. Are critical. They are very, very critical. Very, very, very critical. Very, very, very critical. So there's a need to solve conflict, and every organization who works with suppliers externally would always have some kind of conflict that may occur. But the ability to have an ADR system to solve them is key. Very, very important. Okay. So the ability to address conflict promptly and fairly is essential. So it should be dealt promptly, but also it must be fair so that the customer doesn't feel that he's being maltreated or is unfair treatment towards the customer. Every time try to be fair, and even to your staff as well. Okay. So in conclusion, we say the management of supply chain relationship is critical determinant of an organization's ability to meet and maintain customer satisfaction. The choice between in-house and outsourcing, as well as contract-based or long-term relationship, depends on organizational objectives. That's key and context. Effective collaboration, communication, and transparency are key components of successful supply chain relationship management, ensuring that the customer needs are constantly met and exceeded. It's all about customer care. Okay? It's all about the customer. Very, very important. It's all about the customer. So let's look at critically evaluate effective supply chain management to make recommendations for enhancing or exceeding customer satisfaction. Critically evaluate effective supply chain management to make recommendations for enhancing and exceeding customer satisfaction. Okay. Effective supply chain management is a cornerstone of an organization's ability to meet customer satisfaction. To critically evaluate and make recommendations for enhancing customer satisfaction through supply chain management, we consider various facets of supply chain management. Okay. Evaluation. Then you have to evaluate and you have to then recommend. Evaluation may be in the quality evaluation, okay, or evaluation of the product itself. Okay. So there are different parts of, or even the finance part of the business you can evaluate. By having evaluated, you need to then give recommendations. Okay. You need to give recommendations. So enhancing supply chain visibility through implementation of advanced tracking technology such as lot devices, blockchain, data analytics can provide real-time data and insights explaining better decision making, timely issue identification, and improved customer communication. Very, very, very important. Demand forecasting and planning. Again, on evaluation. Demand forecasting and planning are vital in meeting customer satisfaction. Accurate demand forecasts are critical for aligning production, inventory levels, and distribution with customer needs. Accurate demand forecasts are critical for aligning production, inventory levels, and distribution with customer needs. Very, very important. Okay. So when you demand forecast and planning, you're able to meet the customer satisfaction in advance because you're able to forecast, and then you can give accurate demand forecast. And that helps you to be able to have some allocation for your inventory and your distribution needs as well. Therefore, what you do in combination is you utilize advanced demand forecasting models that incorporate data analytics and machine learning algorithms to predict customer demands more accurately. Frequent review and refinement of these models will enhance demand planning. So all you seek to do is to ensure that one is able to forecast models in advance. But in other words, to be able to meet customer needs more accurately. So you utilize advanced demand forecasting. So you can use tools to, or algorithms or softwares to be able to forecast the models and to predict the customer needs. Okay, if a particular customer tends to buy a product a certain quantity, at the end of the year or mid-year, you are able to forecast by the year how many stuffs that the customer may be buying from you. This helps at the longer run to, to plan. Yeah, because by forecasting, you're able to tell how many products that you may need by the close of the year and for how many persons that may need them or how many customers may need them. This then helps you to plan and also allocate various demands that may be available for you to deliver as a company. Okay. Now, evaluation. Effective inventory management ensures products are readily available without overstocking or shortages, or that's contributing to customer satisfaction. Yes, we mentioned this before. Okay. Inventory management is very, very important because once you're able to properly manage your inventory, then you will not run out of stock, or you might not have stock overstocked that may cause more financial constraint for the organization. We therefore say that in the recommendation, you employ inventory optimization techniques and technologies such as just-in-time inventory. I've mentioned that, and automated recorder points to maintain optimal inventory levels. This reduces carrying cost and minimize stock out, thereby enhancing customer satisfaction. I've said this severally before. Okay, so you need to have inventory techniques and technologies, softwares that you can use to determine just-in-time inventory. Just in time that you only bring the inventory only when they are needed. You don't overuse them. You bring them only when they are needed. And automated recording points. You don't just provide raw materials for when they are not needed to go waste. Okay, to go waste. Supplier collaboration and relationship. Strong supplier relationships and collaboration are key elements of supply chain effectiveness. Collaborative efforts with suppliers can result in better quality, on-time delivery, and cost efficiency. I've said this several times. So, evaluation, strong relationship. So you need to have a very strong relationship. In other words, you can say strong alliance with even your suppliers and other organizations. Okay, this will help you to achieve quality, also have competitive advantage, have on-time deliveries, and then cost efficiency. The cost of things will be very cheaper because you have a collaborative a supplier who literally will supply a product for maybe £10 per it, but then because of relationship and regular partnership, he reduce it to, let's say, £5. Okay, so without us, blinking an eye, once you know that supplier collaboration is very key in the supply chain management, then you know that yes, you cannot do away with supply chain management without a proper supplier collaboration in place. Okay, could be the raw materials, it could be even the bank itself that loans you money. You can build a strong relationship with them. Okay. Recommendation: foster strategic supply partnership, focusing on long-term collaboration, implement supplier performance metrics, and share information transparently. A win-win partnership can lead to better product quality and reliability. Okay. Okay, do you have any questions at all?
No question.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So what is supplier relationship then?
It's a collaboration and partnership between the buyer and the seller.
So what profit does it give? What are the benefits?
Benefits can be you can receive huge discounts,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
and what
Say again.
you can they'll always deliver on time when you have a good relationship with them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
Yes.
So in the long run, you're able to get reduced prices, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Because once a supplier, you have a relationship with them and you build collaboration, you can get further discounts. So therefore, it makes the price also low prices, isn't it? There you can also have what we call competitive
With
advantage.
special discounts.
Yes. There you can have an advantage over your competitors, won't you?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You have a huge advantage.
Good. All right. So let's take customer service and communication. Effective customer service and communication during order fulfillment and issue resolution are vital for customer satisfaction. Enhance customer service by investing in user-friendly order tracking systems, online customer portals, and customer service training. Proactive communication during delays or disruptions is critical. Very, very critical. Okay. Enhance customer service by investing in user-friendly order tracking systems, online customer portals, and customer service training. Okay. So effective customer service and communication. So everything's about customer service, let's be honest. Everything's about customer service. So you need to know how to talk to people, pick up the calls, explain things to people, you know,
Yeah.
make sure people understand you and all that. Very, very important. Okay.
Yes.
Customers are increasingly conscious of sustainability and ethical reasons issues. These considerations can significantly influence customer satisfaction. Ethical, the word ethical and sustainability. So there must be good ethics. How you talk on phone, and all that. Yes. Very important. So implement sustainable supply chain practices, reduce carbon footprints, adhere to ethical sourcing guidelines. So when you are sourcing products, you have to make sure that you adhere to ethical. So the word is ethical. They are best practices that you have to. Okay. Transparent reporting on sustainability efforts can enhance brand image and customer loyalty. Okay. Adhere to ethical sourcing guidelines. Transparent reporting on sustainability efforts can enhance brand image and customer loyalty. Okay. So the guidelines you need to follow. Ethical sourcing. You're trying to source a product. It must be ethical. Okay. You should check the product. Make sure you have checked the products, and making sure that your terms and conditions are in place before you make any payment. It must be ethical. Okay. All right. Then we proceed. Effective supply chain management is multifaceted. We posted about that. That directly impacts customer satisfaction by improving supply chain visibility, demand forecasting, inventory management, supplier collaboration, supplier customer service, and sustainability efforts. Organizations can enhance their ability to meet and exceed customer expectations. Recommendations include embracing advanced technologies, fostering strategic relationships, and addressing ethical and sustainability. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so this is all that we've discussed today. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So we spoke about demand forecasting, inventory management, supplier collaboration, customer service, sustainability efforts. Organization can enhance the ability to meet and exceed customer expectations. Recommendations include embracing advanced technologies, fostering strategic relationships, and addressing ethical and sustainability concerns. Very, very, very important. Okay. And these are the
Okay.
reference. Okay.
Okay.
The reference. So many of them. You can find it on your student portal. All right. After discussions
Amen.
after 2 weeks on the completion of these units and in later. Okay.
Yes.
We are done for today.
Okay. Okay.
Pardon? Pardon?
Yes, right. Yeah.
I said we are done for today. Do you have any question?
No questions. No. Well, the
So
assignment discussion is tomorrow.
yes, it's tomorrow. What
Okay.
time? I'll check the time.
Sorry?
Is the same morning, 8 o'clock?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I said, what's the time for tomorrow?
See, it's at 8 UK time.
8 o'clock.
Yes.
That's fine. See you tomorrow then. Okay.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hold on.